Hello, amazing learners. Welcome back to this course. This is the course on grant writing, and in the module 1, we are welcoming you to the world of grant. And this lesson 2, we are going to explore why do people or organizations give grants. Our goal in this lesson is to help learners like you understand why funders give money, their missions, motivations, and the bigger development goals driving grants. So, now that you've you've learned what grant is, it's time to answer the question that is on many people's mind. And the question is, why would anyone give out money and not expect it back, right? What is the need for them? Why would someone just be like, okay, they are giving out $100,000, they are giving out $50,000, and they are not asking it? In the previous lesson, we've talked about grants and why it's different from loan, why it's different from several other stuff that are right there. So particularly, I love this question. Why? Because the moment you understand why funders give, you begin to think like them, and that is the secret sauce to becoming a powerful grant writer. So if you can step into the funder's shoe, you can write a proposal that speaks to their heart. So let's dive in. We're going to start seeing the word like funders. All right. Let's be clear. Funders don't just dash money. They don't dash money, right? They give money because they are on a mission to solve a problem, to create a change, or to reach a target. Now, I want you to imagine these three scenarios. A government wants to reduce unemployment. Every government in any nation, in any country wants to reduce unemployment. It's a mission, it's a goal. And the second thing I want you to imagine is a foundation wants to improve girls' education in Kenya, in Nigeria, in several other places, in the US or wherever. And the other thing I want you to imagine is a global body that wants to stop the effects of climate change, right? Now, but they can't do all of these things alone. All of these people, they can't do all of these things alone. Now, I put this word here because I'm using the two of them. I just want you to understand. We have funders and founders, right? So they are two different things. So they can't do all of these things alone. Both government, both foundation, both global body, they can't do all of these things alone. So they need people on the ground. They need people like you. They need people like me or anyone that will be going through this video to help them implement solutions. So that is where grant funding comes in. And let's look at the major motivations funders typically have to fund a project. By the way, this course is brought to you by Grant Database. It's a platform for seeing opportunities and to apply for them. So you can check it out, grantdatabase.org. So what we are saying is that funders have their perspective. And in this course, we want to step into the funder's shoes so that we can be able to understand why they are giving out money so that we can be able to craft better proposals. So let's look at major motivations that funders typically have. If you are seeing this video on the YouTube, I want you to subscribe to this channel and click on notification bell to see videos on grants and how to win grant for your business, for yourself, or for your NGO. So now we are going to be looking at the first motivation, or one of the main motivation why funders and what they have to giving out their grants is number one, to solving specific problems. See, funders are usually focused on a key issue they are passionate about. They give grants to projects that align with solving that issue. So, example, we have the Ford Foundation that focuses on inequality, civil engagement, and human rights. So, if you have idea that tackles anything on inequality or civil engagement or human rights, Ford Foundation is a place for you to go. So another one is we have the UN women that provide grants to support gender equality. So if you are working on women's employment, period, poverty, or gender-based violence, you are aligned with their mission. Also, we have MasterCard Foundation that focuses on education and asset inclusion to mobile finance. So another main motivation why funders give is advancing global development goals. So many grants are guided by the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. a set of 17 goals to create a better world by year 2030. So Sustainable Development Goal is another course on its own that if you are not conversant of what it is, you can just drop a comment in this section and I can create a content on that. So let's go through a few of the Sustainable Development Goals. There are 17 of them like I mentioned, but I will just mention just some number. We have SDG 1 that is on no poverty, SDG 3, SDG means Sustainable Development Goals, SDG 3, good health and well-being, SDG 4, quality education, SDG 5, gender equality, SDG 13, climate action. So if you run a project to help school girls in rural areas get digital education and menstrual hygiene kits, you are aligning with SDG 4 on education, you are aligning with SDG 5 on gender, you are aligning with SDG 3 in health. And guess what? That triple alignment alone is like honey to funders because it's perfectly aligned with their goals. Another reason why that motivate funders to give is achieving their institutional or legal mandate. So some funders, especially governments and international organizations, are legally required to spend part of their budget on development and social impact. So let's look at USAID, for example. We are here, number 3. USAID means United States Agency for International Development. So their goal is to promote global health support, promote global health, support global stability, provide humanitarian assistance, etc. USAID support a lot of stuff, but currently the current administration in the US has paused it. So they can't do all of these things. I mean, USAID cannot do all of these things from Washington there. So they have to give grants to grassroots leaders across the world. In Nigeria here, we have a youth-led NGO that received over $70,000 from USAID to run a campaign on youth sexual health education. So let's look at another motivation for funding that funders have to give out money. Number 4 is partnering with local change makers. Partnering with local change makers. So funders are often looking for doers, not talkers. They want those that are doing something. They want people who are already in the community, already doing the work, even if it is small. They don't have the local knowledge, but you do. They don't speak the language, but you do. They can't reach the people, but you do. But you can. So your grant proposal becomes your pitch to be their local partner. So one example I have here is there is this Leap Africa Youth Leadership Program that funds young change makers every year. Many of them started with just an Instagram page or a small WhatsApp group. So it's not a matter of maybe you need a lot of things to get funding. So lastly, number 5 is the fulfillment of CSR. CSR means corporate social responsibility. So private companies also give grants. Not because they are charities, but because they want to achieve 3 things. Number 1, give back to the community. Number 2, improve their brand image. Number 3, build future customers and markets. So example, MTN Nigeria Foundation funds projects in health, education, and entrepreneurship. Their mission is simple: improving lives sustainably. So if you can show your project improves lives and links to their values of funders, then you stand a chance. So quickly, let's look at, these are 5 reasons or motivations that funders have to give grants. So let's look at the side notes here. One thing I want you to know is that is a bomb truth, or is a truth bomb, is that many people write proposals begging for help, like writing, "We are suffering, please help." This is a wrong way to get funding. But funders are not moved by pity. Funders are not moved by pity. They are moved by alignment. You have to ask these 3 questions. Do you understand the funder's goals? If you are applying something with a MasterCard Foundation, do you understand their goals? Can you deliver on their mission? Can you create measurable results? So these are stuff that funders want to see. So that is what makes you attractive as a grant partner when you submit your proposal. So Now let's go to our activity for this lesson. So let's imagine you are a funder. Imagine you are a funder, you have like 5 million naira or $20,000 to give anyone. So the question is, what kind of project will you support and why? What kind of project will you support and why will you support that project? Now I want you to step into the funder's shoe and answer this question, because it's by understanding what the funders is trying to achieve, that is how you can be able to prepare a proposal for that. So your assignment in this lesson is to write down 3 things. Number 1, the issue you will want to solve, right? As a funder, you know, here now we are talking about you being a funder, stepping into their shoe. And number 2, the kind of person or project you would fund. And number 3, what results you would like to see after 6 months of giving them the $20,000. So this will help you to start thinking like a funder, right? And trust me, that is a game changer, a very big game changer. So summarily, today we've learned 4 things. Number 1, we understand that funders give money to solve problems, not just to dash you. We also understand that their motivations include development goals, legal mandates, CSR, and partnership. Also, understanding the why behind the grant helps you to write a stronger proposals. And lastly, we've also learned that it's not just about need, it's about alignment and capacity. So, you are doing amazing well, and thank you for staying to this far. If you are just joining or seeing this video, I want you to subscribe to this channel right now. Just subscribe to the channel and share the video to someone that you know. So every lesson is a seed, and today we've planted one that will shift you to write and think forever. Now, this training is brought to you by grantdatabase.org, your trusted platform for real grant opportunities and learning resources to help you grow your vision. So see you in lesson 3 of this module.